What's up guys, welcome back. Heroes, new TCG format, let's take a look. It has been a while, right, that I played Heroes, and I think the decklist is pretty self-explanatory, nothing too spectacular. Most ratios, well, maybe the third ecal here in the main deck, because I'm already running 41 cards, but, and that's the thing is that as you see, like the last 5 cards here in the main deck, I'm close to dropping. I'm looking at the Destiny Hero Fusion spell. Even though it's strong, it does limit you. It does limit you in your place. And even though it's a fantastic follow-up card, I'm not sure about the card. I'd rather, and that brings me to my second point, of why this deck is. It's still good, there's many options to play through your opponent's negations, interruptions, but the problem is Nibiru, and that's where one of the hopefully new cards that are going to be revealed in the TCG, or released in the TCG hopefully soon. And it's Cross-Out Designator. This deck is, basically ball, as you see here. I mean, you can do like some nice stuff, but it's balls to the wall to Nibiru. If your opponent has Nibiru, you're a goner. A well-timed Nibiru can stop you in your place and leave you, super vulnerable for an OTK next turn. I believe the only hand traps that I'm main decking are Ash Blossom. I don't feel that heroes currently have too many free options in main deck to main deck more hand traps, maybe Imperm. Or Nibiru, right? Those standard side deck cards. Well, heck, you could even make like a go second build with Dark Ruler, Lightning Storm, and so on. That might be a bit better. Just focusing on going second. That's something I might want to try out soon also. But yeah, the thing is that Heroes is as strong in the format or in the metagame where Dark Law is strong. So imagine that Dark Law could cripple most top tier decks. Then Heroes would be definitely there, but. Megalith is still, Megalith Tritron is still there. We've seen a top list. I've seen a list today, actually on Facebook, like a first place list from, with Tritrons in the new format. So it's still there, but obviously, imagine a bigger regionals YCS. Yeah, I mean, Dragon Link, okay, yeah, it could struggle against something like Dark Claw, but again, Dark Claw alone is not going to save that one, right? Gamma is also crucial, and here is where I think, did I already use the fusion? Not sure about that, the Destiny Hero fusion. Oh yeah, I also saw that there are, Konami might release a new set with like Destiny Hero support, not sure about that. Don't think it's confirmed, or that like the series is called something with the hero, so who knows. But the thing is that I want to create more main deck space, and probably might be the first cards that I might drop are that Destiny Draw fusion spell, because well, you need to run those other most of the time dead Destiny heroes, right? It's not really too optimal, and the deck is already vulnerable to bricking. Let alone, I mean, breaking, I guess it's fine, but if your opponent like Ash Blossoms or Gammas, your, let's say, straddles the game might, or your opening turn might be over already. Same for the Vision Hero shenanigans, right? I mean, if your opponent has something like Gamma to prevent your Vision Hero shenanigans to go through, then the hero deck definitely struggles to establish your board, or you need other setup, and that's where then again the Destiny Hero fusion spell could come into play, because again it's basically a one card link to with dystopia and destruction, right? So F-Zero again hits the board with a Sunriser as well. Anki to search out Master. I still opt to run Anki. I've seen hero builds not running it, but just because of this, an extra beat stick, an extra search for the Mass Change. And I believe it was thanks to Sunriser effect I was able to pop the Ecclesia. And yeah, Eldritch, well, I mean, the matchup against Eldritch is okay, I guess, even though that Eldritch has a high form of defense. Dark Law is still strong, right? Especially also with the attack boost. So yeah, that's cool. Going second against Virtual World, and here's where the deck can definitely struggle. I mean, let's say Virtual World is still up there, definitely. We've seen lists from past weekends at those remote duel tournaments, right, or invitationals also. is that the deck is still going strong, even post no true King of all calamities, but with the potential hand loop, Tolkien, a couple of negations, a deck like Heroes can definitely struggle with that board, unless of course you're running the Go Second build, you know. And that's something that I might want to try out also. Lightning Storm, maybe Dark Ruler to get your plays go through, since well, the heroes or heroes in general definitely have the capability to break your opponent's board. I mean, there is the... what's it called? The evil? No, is it the evil hero? I think so. Yeah, that like you know blows up the entire field. The expensive card, right? It's quite an expensive card, rare card. So Dragoon hits the board, Crystal Wing, and of course this card. That's super solid. And this is what I was talking about. Is that my plays for now are quite limited. I only have the Vision Hero package. Shadow Mist is going to trigger to search out my what's it called? The Water Run. And that's basically it. Okay, I can go for absolute zero, but that's not enough. Destruction, Dragoon is, you know, going to be, gets protected, right? And that's again not enough. And Chuchi is I hope that I pronounced the card right, is still there. And it's of course, well, the opening board, let's say, was also good for Virtual World, right? So that brings me back with heroes. Should you go for maybe the Go Second build, but then you need to run or have more main deck spots? Do you want to add in, just slap in those Nibiru's and or Dark Rulers in your main deck to do, you know, to go well over 40? That might be the case, that might be needed. 44, 45 cards in the main deck, but I don't feel that's optimal. So I'd rather want to drop maybe a couple of cards from the main deck, but as you know, like the hero package is quite stacked. I mean, you need a lot of cards in your main deck for your whole engine. Vision heroes, the small evil hero package, and you know the list goes on. There's polarization, and you know those extenders. Everything works well, but that brings you with a high amount of cards needed for your main deck. So imagine if there is going to be a time that Crossout Designator is going to be released, and well, it depends on the new Destiny Hero support, if there's any new Destiny Hero support. Again, I might just drop the Destiny Hero Fusion, but yeah, again, like, feel free to leave feedback. So discard Evil Hero Gold, Captain Gold, you know which one I mean. And this is, of course, a solid setup. I mean, I have Mass Change ready for another potential interruption here for Acid to blow away my opponent's back row, plus the Absolute Zero pop. There is the Link 2 to get a fusion spell back from the graveyard. Sunriser is still there for popping, and of course Darklaw for, you know, some extra interruption, banishes. So that's definitely solid against a deck like Virtual World. I do opt not to go for Mass Change. Yeah, I believe this. I knew it was an iffy play, but I think this was better compared to, let's say, saving a Darklaw. You know, like popping my own Absolute Zero, going for Acid, trigger the Link 2 as well. Okay, I mean, Virtual World can still do stuff, but it's not that threatening, right? Especially if Calamities is not there. So Lao should be hitting the board. Yeah, okay, Krokosar, that's cool for the beneficial draw. It could activate its effect. Chuchi is going to activate Cloud. Okay, yeah. So basically a couple of beat sticks on the field, and yeah, the Sunriser should indeed be bounced back. Yep. Otherwise, you know, you can use those beneficial effects, but there is still Monster Reborn, and of course the evil here. That's the thing, right? Is that just keep it in your hand. Your opponent, in this case, it was no, right? Went for the Evil Hero Fusion spell before, but the fact that it's ready in your hand to get yourself like a comeback play is again really strong. And this should be my dual cross guy against normal summon Stratos. I still have Monster Reborn and okay, Alastinios, yeah. That's indeed more than enough to attack for a game. So again, going second, and this is where, you know, there is the what is it called? The second hero from the right next to Stratos. Is it Dystopia? No. The D guy, you know which one I mean, right? Like giving the extra attack boost to Dystopia, to the fusion. It's just a brick, and if you have it in your opening hand, the potential ways to get it out of your opening hand is with stuff like Polarization, or you know, the discard of the Vision Hero or for the Vision Hero engine. So that's okay, but maybe you'd rather, I mean, imagine that being Nibiru or an Ash Blossom or maybe Gamma. You know, that could have been much better. So that's the thing, right? That's the dilemma the deck is faced with. Let alone, and that's again maybe one of the reasons is that well, Shadows is getting more popular in the TCG format, if not with Invoked Dogmatica Shadows or Pure Shadows. Especially Pure Shadows, they have the capability to pump out double what's it called, Winda. So if you're able to get rid of one, there's still the second lurking in the background or in an extra deck. So a deck like Heroes definitely struggles against against Winda, so Darker War could help out, but obviously that's not enough. So yeah, okay, Borrel's Sword wasn't able to deal the last lethal damage, but what can I do, right? Schism is again going to special summon the Construct, or basically another beat stick, and that's pretty much GG well played. Last example, last tool against Zodiacs. Is it Pure Zoo, Eltley Shoe? Not sure. Pure Zoo, I guess, with a lot of hand traps. And here, yeah, okay, something I haven't, you know, like showcased, but I think it's well known. Again, Heroes, the fact that we don't have, or Heroes don't have Cross-Art Designator, basically to give them some more options against the potential opponents. Nibiru, it's again, balls to the wall and hope your opponent doesn't have it. Maybe something is something like Traptrix Rafflesia and run one of those trap holes, but again, and that's where the other heroes come into play, that they kind of force yourself to only being able to special summon heroes, right, or darks, or you know what I mean. So again, that's again quite iffy, and Nibiru is still there. Polymerization is going to be a dead card. Not sure if there is any card that could get me out of this situation, especially, you know, because of the double back row here, as we see here, both Solemn Strike and the Impermanence. The Destiny Hero Fusion is actually, again, that's all the reasons why, you know, you should be keep main decking it. It's just a one card power play. While there are some restrictions to the card, while also, you know, it kind of forces you to main deck more quote-unquote bricks. So this is game. Yeah, I'm just going to scoop it up. So Heroes, new format, deck doesn't change too much. It needs a third malicious, and then we can talk again, right? Give the deck a third malicious, and who knows, maybe new Destiny Hero support and the Cross-Out Designator. Okay, guys, that's it. Thanks for watching. Feel free to leave a comment or like if you enjoyed the video. YgoPro out. Peace.